What this represents, this line, is the evolution of technologies. In other words, we have greater and greater learning and doing things better. And that's the evolution that we're talking about, that also machines replace people or replace their tags over that period of time. Then you have this big cycle, which is typically lasts for about a lifetime on average, about 80 years. This is what we're talking about, that dive. And then when you go through that, you break down these orders. And when they break down, then you would get rid of the debt burden. So you get rid of the monetary system as you're used to it. You may get rid of the domestic order. Many countries' orders, their systems end. I mean, they all end at some point. And so they can break down quite often in a time of great internal conflict. And so that's that big breakdown. But still, what you're talking about is, and I agree with it, this keeps going up, okay? Because learning, you don't unlearn what you've learned. So as this goes up, and you still keep this thing going up, okay? But you have the big cycle, the debt, the conflict type of movement. And these little cycles are the cycles that we see in this roughly on average, let's call it an 80-year period. But you see the recession, and a recession has higher unemployment and so on. Then they stimulate monetary policy, they make money looser. Then the economy goes up and you have prosperity. Then you go into a bubble, okay, and you run lower on capacity because you're using up the capacity. Inflation rises, they tighten monetary policy, and then you have the recession that follows. So these movements from one recession to the next recession, that cycle that I've just described, on average has lasted about 6 years, give or take about 3.